to Griffiths, and Griffiths plays a deft lob ball over to Hayhurst on the wide left. Now it's Buckley Ricketts up against Thompson. He takes it well, takes it back inside as Thompson slips. Buckley Ricketts goes into the box and deflection. Well saved by Chris Renshaw. And he chooses to kick it long, trying to find Burgess, but Pasha gets it under no threat. And now Micah Fouye looking to dribble, but the pressure eventually tells him he's forced back to Barton, but Barton gets out for Will Hayhurst to run free on the left-hand side. Gets it to Buckley Ricketts, who's up against Thompson. Buckley Ricketts slowly advancing into the opposition box. Beats two, tries to hit it into the near post. Burgess following it every step of the way. And now Griffiths finally takes the corner, and it's well headed in! Jimmy Spencer! A very deft header back in. Jimmy Spencer, who had so many chances in the qualifying match, has now finally scored against Southport like he did in the previous games last season. On his return to the side, Captain Jimmy Spencer doing what he does best. It's with Arthur now. Moore. But Moore is dispossessed by a very good Spencer challenge, and now Sinclair advances forward. He tries to pull back. Buckley Ricketts now, nice flick into the path of Spencer. He takes it first time! And Spencer nearly with the brace. In half, here at the Tameside Stadium, and the whistle blows, we're back underway. And Griffiths gets it back underway. And now finally a long throw, and it falls out to Isaac Sinclair, who tries to take the first shot of the game from range, but it's easily caught by Renshaw. In this gig, returning as academy manager for the club. But much like Craig Marn in the Nash dugout, finds himself as sort of a player manager for the club. Now Sinclair manages to keep it in, and Sinclair's on the edge of the box, lays it off for Hayhurst on his weaker right foot. He can't take it correctly, and he puts too much on it as it goes over the bar. All the centre-backs still staying up for Southport. It's now with Morgan. Hits it into the box. And now there's a lot of play. Oh, and Curzon Ashton get away with it. By Morgan, but referee playing on. And the players eventually switch to a completely free Jordan Richards, who has options in front of him. And he chooses Worrell out on the wide right. Worrell up against Doyle. Goes back to Richards. Gives it to Moles. Moles with a deft pass in for Buckley Ricketts. Buckley Ricketts with his back heel trying to pick it up for Moles. But Thompson's pressure tells enough, and it falls back to the path. And it's forward for Hayhurst, who's deflection. And Buckley Ricketts tries to put the deflection in the back of the net. But he's still on the ball. And he looks for the long ball. But it's in between both Angus and Proctor for Posher to pick up. After returning to Moore, he now chooses to go out right, wide right to Thompson. Thompson up against Hayhurst. Morgan now tries to get the ball in, but it's well blocked by Griffiths. And Thompson's still in there, but it's well blocked. And Morgan, with Southport's first shot of the game, needs to play, falls back. Thompson now. Southport playing decent, patient football now, and it's out with Angus out wide right, but Curzon trying to play it. But, another Renshaw spill does fall into the path of Angus. More Quansah and Arthur into aim for it, but the cross is very poor from the corner. Doesn't even beat the first man, and it just falls into the path of Buckley Ricketts to advance forward. He's got a whole thing in front of him. He's got Moles. Moles running in. They're taking it on his time. But well blocked by Chris Renshaw. Moles. Matthews under pressure from Angus, still advances forward but gets it to Griffiths. Curzon Ashton holding on to the ball well. Moles allows the ball to run for an onrushing Sinclair. Sinclair now just on the edge of out wide on the edge of the box. And the ball stays in despite his bad touch. He pressures Quansah to try to win the ball back, which he does. He gets it inside to Hayhurst, but his pass is too much. But Buckley Ricketts takes and an excellent save down to his right. Chris Renshaw. Back to Doyle though. Burgess to the captain, Phil Skirk, under pressure from Griffiths, and he comes out on top. It's now a 2v2. Griffiths. Buckley Ricketts holds his run well, and now he finds himself advancing towards the box. 1-on-1 against. Can Buckley Ricketts hold out against Foster? The angle works up against Buckley Ricketts despite his best efforts. Burgess, he finds to Arthur, switches out left. Moore advancing forward, plenty of space in front of him, but there's plenty of bodies in front of Curzon Ashton's goal at the same time. Proctor gets it inside to Burgess. Morgan now on the edge, takes a long shot, and not a bad effort towards the end of the game from Morgan. Curzon now, as they take their time taking this free kick. Worrell complaining that Southport players are too close for the free kick to be taken. Worrell tries to chip it. Buckley Ricketts to keep hold of in the corner, but Minihan puts enough behind it. And the deflection eventually falls to Renshaw. Renshaw tries to go long, but the referee blows his whistle before it can reach anybody. Things not working out for Southport again. In his 4 games as Southport manager, it's now 4 losses against Curzon Ashton for Jim Bentley. A big win for Curzon Ashton, and a very important win.